Hey you guys, welcome back to Rocket City Yardstead. As you can see, we are outside again today because it is supposed to be 73 degrees today. It's gorgeous out here. It's so nice. Got to soak up our vitamin D while we can. So one of the things I want to get done out here today is finally using my soil test kit that I got. I got it on sale at Black Friday. So this is a soil test kit that you mail off and then they give you results. It says it takes about 6 days to get your results, but what I need to do, I registered my product. So there's actually a QR code that you go to, takes you to their website, you set up an account, and then there is a registration number for your test kit. And it corresponds with the number on the little jar where you put your soil sample. So I need to go around the garden. We're sticking with my raised beds, so I have 3 of those, and we need 5 to 7 samples from different places in the garden. We're going to put them into this box, mix them all together, and then use this scoop to get 1 scoop of soil that we put into this container with this water. And I don't really know what the thing in there is. I'm sure it has something to do with measuring your soil quality. And then we're going to put it in the pre-addressed envelope and mail it back. And within 6 days, I should know what I need to do to help my gardens have the best nutrition possible. Because I'm pretty sure based on last year that my gardens really need some amending, but I'm just not 100% sure what that is. So one of the things I really like about what this company said they do is once they send you your results, they tell you what you need to do to amend your soil. And they give you both the organic amendment suggestions and just conventional. So depending on what you want to do, you get to pick and they give you the option for both. And I think that's really nice. I will go with the organic option once I get my information back. But right now, before I do any more cleaning out of beds or anything, I'm going to get to going on digging up some soil so we can send this test kit off. It said we want to go down about 6 inches. So that's what I'm doing. Just get a little from there. Ooh. Three. So I went with 6 soil samples. I got 2 from each of my raised beds. We're just going to mix this all together like it called for. Get our scoop. It says 1 level scoop. So there's our scoop. We're gonna dump our scoop of soil into there. Screw the lid on tightly. Now that this is all ready to go, came with a prepaid envelope and we're gonna pop it in there and mail it off. It's ready to go. Guys, I walked out to the mailbox to put my test kit in the mailbox, and the mail lady was coming through on the other side of the street, leaving the subdivision. So I managed to catch her and gave her my test kit, and it's off in the mail. So that was perfect timing there. But now that that is done, I need to get to doing some more cleanup. And I thought I would show you guys, because I just feel like you got to show the good and the bad, right? And my east bed, when we built this garden, it was on a slope, not a very big slope, but a slope. And the way we built our beds really required level ground. So we did some digging and we did some building up. And where we did the building up, it's settled and it's causing some problems. So I thought I would show you what has happened here, and I have to figure out what I'm going to do to correct it. I don't really know yet. I'm still in the thinking process here, but let's take a look. We use these blocks that have the cutouts for 2x6s. And so they really need to be level for this to work. And as they have settled, you can see here how the board is coming out of the blocks. And it's completely out and on the ground, the top board from my east bed. So I am reluctant to clean this bed out yet, just because all of the roots of the plants that are in here, they're helping hold the soil in place while that board is gone. Because you can kind of see here, the soil level is higher than that board because this board should be here as well. I think I'm going to have to do some shimming and maybe use a rubber mallet. Maybe put some, I may have to drive some rebar in on the outside of those blocks to try and hold them in place so that my board will stay. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what I need to do here, but this is the reality of gardening. Sometimes there are things you have to troubleshoot. So this is not what I'm going to work on today. If you have any ideas for me, though, hit me up because I am still trying to figure it out. But I thought I would show you some of the other plans I have this year. So we have this apple tree here in this corner of our fence. And when we planted it, it was significantly smaller. And I put these metal beds back in the corner because I wasn't really sure where to put them, and planted strawberries in them. So these strawberry plants that are in these metal beds back here, they do not really thrive here. There's too much shade in the spring and summer once the apple tree has put on flowers and then leaves. And so I want to move these beds away from here. I think what we're planning on doing as of right now, I suppose it could change, but I'm pretty locked in, I think, on this plan, is that I have a green stock. I haven't really loved the things that I've done with the green stock, and I see so many people plant strawberries in theirs. So I think in order to salvage these strawberries, I'm going to dig them up and plant them in the green stock. I'll probably wait a little while on that though, because we are supposed to get cold again, and I don't want to do anything that would shock them and then it get really cold and them just be really unhappy. But that is my plan for the strawberries. And then I want to move these beds because it will give me better access to the tree. But also I have plans for what I'm hoping is going to work out really well for them. So I'm going to show you where I want to put them. Cleaning off my bean trellis is one of the things on my to-do list today. But this is where I want to move those metal beds. I want to butt them up right up to this bean archway here on this side. And then right along the trellis, I want to plant beans. Down the middle of those beds, I was thinking I could plant some kind of flower. I was thinking sunflowers, but I'm a little bit worried that maybe the beans could get shaded out. I'm going to have to think on that. If you guys have thoughts or any opinions, please let me know because we're all still learning. And then on the west side of the, just for the record, that's east, this is west. So on the west side of those metal beds, I want to plant cantaloupe and water and pumpkins. I want to plant cantaloupe, watermelon, and pumpkins, and then I'm going to let them just grow out across this area. We are talking about maybe moving the trellises we have over here to the west side of where I'm standing and just letting those things kind of take over this area. So I'm really hopeful about this plan. I'm really wanting to get my beans into better soil because right now they just go into the clay soil, and I amended a little bit with some compost and some fertilizer, but they have not thrived, and I would really like just a glorious crop of beans. So that's the plan. Let me know what you think or if you have any suggestions. And now I think I'm going to get to working on cleaning off this trellis. So I don't really know how you guys feel about these time lapses. You'll have to tell me if you like them or not. For me personally, I like having them, even if I don't include them in the video, just because, You know, this took me probably a good hour and 15 minutes to clean off this 12-foot archway. You know, all of those bean tendrils just wrapped around the metal. It takes quite a bit of work and time, and my fingers were definitely sore by the end. But it's sort of fun to watch something that took that much time condensed down to about a minute, I think. And so I enjoy watching them, but let me know your opinion. Um, I will say, I just love seeing it go from covered in dead plants to being ready for spring and for the new plants to go in. So I'm really grateful for these handful of warm days that we've gotten with the sunshine and being able to get out and work in the garden and get it prepped for what's to come. Oh, you guys, it's always so nice to see the trellises all cleaned off. Still have to work on the ground underneath them, but that's a lot easier. So I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm hoping we'll see once I go inside, but I put some ant traps out here in this bed where there are just so many ants. And um, they're liquid bait traps, and they are covered in ants going in and getting, I guess it's poison bait basically. So I'm hoping here very soon I'm going to be able to work in this bed again. Well, you guys, I think that's going to do it for me today out here in the garden. That was a bigger job than I thought it would be. I always underestimate how long it's going to take to clean off trellises, but all those little curly, twined up parts of the pole beans, they always take a long time to get off, and I just kind of forget from year to year. But I'm very excited with the progress we're making in the garden, so it'll be all wonderful and beautiful for spring and ready for planting. So I think there's quite a bit more gardening to come. Maybe not immediately, but I think we'll probably transplant those strawberries together. My fruit trees need to be pruned, and maybe we'll do that together as well. I have that apple tree back there. This is a peach tree, and then I have another apple tree. And I don't know. I don't know what else. We'll move those beds together. I am not quite sure how I'm going to manage that because they're full of soil, but we'll figure it out. And I will let you guys know when the soil test comes back. I'm really, really excited to see what it says. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope if you live somewhere where you're getting a nice reprieve from the cold that you're taking advantage of it too. And I'll see you next time. Bye.